Alright, here we are again. I don't even want to get up here to see.
Well, we're super excited today because we got our first prenatal visit.
Oh, baby! Baby Hinton in here. Can y'all see the baby? Can y'all see baby Hinton? This is so tiny. Oh, this is a newborn of 0 months. Well, guys, I am in the emergency room, as you can see. I was having some spotting and cramping and had to come get checked out. I'm about to make one of the hardest phone calls of my life, and making this phone call means that it's real, you know, and I'm not ready to face reality, but I know I have to, because if I don't, it's just going to prolong this process of healing, and I want to be able to heal and move forward in life. I don't ever want to be stuck in any place, you know, so I gotta call my doctor and I gotta tell her what happened so that we can move forward. And I never in a million years thought that this is the type of video that we would be making, but it's being made, and that's just a part of journeying in life. A lot of things happen unexpected, out of our control, some things that are not fair, but they happen. So this is just another thing that has happened that we wish didn't, but we have to face, and we wanted to share this part of our journey with you, because we say we'll share everything with you guys, and we are hoping that this helps someone out there, you know. I'm sure I'm gonna cry. I'm trying not to now, but hopefully this is not TMI, because I really want to share the honest truth of everything with you guys. And if it is, then make sure you guys catch me on the next video. But let's just make this phone call.
This is Dana. How can I help you?
I was calling because over the weekend I went to the emergency room and they told me that I was having a miscarriage and that I needed to call in on Monday.
And you've seen her for this pregnancy?
Yes.
Okay. And what day did you go to the ER?
It was Friday. I don't know what the date was.
Friday. Okay. And give me your name.
Monique Hinton.
Okay. Are you bleeding at all?
Yes.
Okay. Heavy or just kind of moderate, or have a bit of pad on?
Sunday night was heavy.
Okay.
I mean, Saturday night, I think it was.
Saturday night?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, I mean, if you're not bleeding too heavy, you don't have to decrease your activity, but just know that decreased activity decreases bleeding. So,
Okay.
you know, if you start bleeding heavy, try to get off your feet.
Okay.
Let me call the hospital, get them to fax us those records, and I'll find out what the next step. Of course, if anything happens, you know, major before I get a chance to call you back, you just go back to the ER. But I will call you back and let you know what the next step is, you know.
Okay.
Because what we usually do is she'll probably do another ultrasound to see if anything's changed, if you did miscarry and pass everything,
Okay.
that sort of thing, okay?
Okay.
So we will need to get you in, but I'll let you know what day and all.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay? All right, thanks. Bye.
That's hard. Having a, I'm gonna have to do an ultrasound again and stuff, you know.
Whatever you know you got to do, just know that I'll be there with you. You know what I'm saying? We're going. This too should pass.
Woo! This is a big old truck. So the nurse ended up calling back and told me to come in today. They did not want to wait. They wanted me to come in right away. So we are on the way to the doctor's office so that they could do the ultrasound and check out everything and see where we got to go from there.
I love you, baby.
Love you too, baby. Alright, here we are again. I don't even want to get up here to see. And they're about to do an ultrasound to see what's left. So
(122/80). That's good.
I always have good pressure. Just waiting to talk to the doctor now. They did the ultrasound. I didn't see the same stuff that I saw last time. So probably already miscarried, but we about to get the information now. So just waiting.
I think the hardest part was, we heard his heartbeat, and I think when you hear it and can envision it being born, and when you can envision it, growing up and being, being an asset to society and teaching it things, in your mind, you just are expecting it. And for it to be snatched away from you, I think that was the hardest part of this. So for me, I was at a point where I was questioning God. I was questioning God, but I understand that He has a purpose. He wouldn't give us too much to where we couldn't bear it, and I think we're bearing it. I think that my wife is a trooper. She's went through this pregnancy and just has been, going through it well every step of the way. Really treated that baby. Yeah, she really treated that baby like it was gonna be here any day now. So. I just love her for that.
Yeah, and I love you for just being my strength when I was weak, because I look at Kelvin. Kelvin encouraged me because I was worried. Kelvin was not. And so that kind of always kept me on track. Every time I'll slip back into, baby, I'm worried, he'll just pick me back up and tell me keep going, and I needed that. Even though we don't have this baby anymore, that strength right there will carry me through anything. So I really appreciate you for being my strength.
Thank you, baby.
But the day before our first prenatal visit is when I first started spotting. Very small, like a little bitty spot, but I noticed it, right?
Right.
I'm a detective. Yes. I'll find a needle in a haystack, okay? So I saw that little spot. I told the doctor about it. She was like, oh, it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's common, and she said that we saw the heartbeat. So everything, we just thought everything was fine. It's like, oh, look at this,
Especially me. I said, well, baby, this is going to be fine. The doctor said that a little bit of blood is okay. I was very, very optimistic about this pregnancy.
Yeah.
Everything was going to be all right.
Yeah. And what was so crazy about that visit was we recorded the entire thing. We wanted to share our first prenatal visit with you guys as we share everything else. And so we recorded everything. We got home and I tried to start editing the video. I popped that little SanDisk card up in my computer and none of the files were there.
All the files were erased.
Yes.
We tried everything. We tried everything to get those files to come back on. So we went to Best Buy, went to the Geek Squad, and we told them about it. And they told us that, you know, we are trying to get into the files. We can't get into them. They are lost.
Yeah.
At that point, we were kind of down because that's the only that's the only thing we had. That's the only files we had of our little baby.
Yeah. And I was just so devastated because, you know, I was so busy recording the video at that moment when it was happening that I wasn't present in the moment.
Right.
And I didn't get to really get the full feeling of it. But in my mind, I was like, I could go back and watch it. I'll always have this. And when that was taken from me,
it was hard.
And that was so strange that would
one
happen.
file.
Yeah.
I don't know why it happened, but you know, that could have been God just telling us, hey, look, you know what, this pregnancy is not going to go as good as y'all think.
Yeah. So
so I'm just going to, you know, kind of erase this and not
spare
let y'all see it.
feelings.
Spare our feelings, not let us see this anymore.
Yeah. But so after we had went to the doctor, you know, and she showed us the heartbeat, and I stopped spotting that day. The next day I started spotting again. I was like, you know me, I'm looking like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I should be worried, but we saw the heartbeat, so I'm okay. So we went on, right, and the next day still spotting. So we called when Monday came, and they were like, well, you just had your ultrasound, everything looks absolutely great, you know, there is no reason for you to worry. I just want you to drink a lot of fluids, make sure you're taking your medication. I asked her, is it okay for me to just take a walk every day, just to, you know, try to get my exercise in and just, you know, do whatever I can to make sure that this baby will be okay. So we was doing everything we could on our end. I was resting, you know, I didn't really do much, and the spot never stopped. By Friday, you know, I'm still spotting, but I'm laying in the bed and something just didn't feel right for me.
Yeah.
Like, it came a point where I just stopped feeling pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, I did not feel pregnant anymore, and that was so weird for me.
Yeah, I had went by my parents' house. I haven't been there for a while, so we were just catching up. And I got a call from Monique, and she said, hey, Calvin. I was like, hey, what's up? Everything all right? She said, no, I don't feel good. And I said, well, look, I'm about to head back to the house. Just be ready when I get there. She said, okay. Hung up the phone, told my parents I had to go. So we went to the emergency room. We checked in. They did the ultrasound. So I saw the baby, and I said, I saw the baby.
He got so excited. I was laying there, and that kind of, you know, gave me a little bit of relief to know that he saw the baby, you know. So but I asked the ultrasound tech, I was like, can I just see the heartbeat? Because if I could see that, then I would have felt so good. And she was doing everything she can, because I know she knew it didn't have a heartbeat at that time, because she was doing everything, you know, looking at it on the ultrasound. So she was like, well, we don't show people the heartbeats, you know, we don't show the ultrasound at all when we're in the hospital. We don't want people to come in and think that, you know, they can just get ultrasounds done here, so that's why we don't do it that way. But for me, there was a code that something was wrong, you know, because I kept on saying, well, as long as they just tell, I was like, well, will the doctor tell me the heart rate? Because that's all I really just want to know. And she was like, yeah, the doctor will let you know the results of the ultrasound. That's why she kept going around the heartbeat, you know, and the heart rate. So something for me that kind of stood out as a red flag, you know, because then she kept on like avoiding mentioning the heart rate. She was like, whatever they find on the ultrasound, they'll let you know.
It was a weird kind of time going back there and kind of being in the ultrasound room, because I mean, I wish it was reversed, you know, because so she could see the ultrasound instead of me, because me seeing the baby, I just thought, well, man, everything's all right. The baby's right there, so that's a good thing. But it wasn't. So we went back to the room. The doctor came in a short time after, and told us that he didn't like what he saw.
Yeah, but it was weird though. Like, he just busted in the door and said, hey, I don't like what I saw.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he talking about? You know, just like out of nowhere. Like, what you saw where? In the hallway just now?
Yeah.
Like, what you saw on lab work? Like, what you saw where?
It was like he just ripped the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, and just like busting her, but like was not specific. But then he started saying, well, you know, the baby is measuring at 6 weeks, and I was like a day from 9 weeks at that point. So I'm like, what you mean it's measuring at 6 weeks? And he was like, well, you know, on the ultrasound we saw that the baby was 6 weeks, and that he said the baby doesn't have any fetal heart tones. So, you know, it's just not looking like a normal pregnancy at this point.
Right.
And I'm like, wait, what? You know, in that moment you don't know what to do. You don't know what to say.
There was no words. It was
Yeah.
we just kind of she took the news in, and she looked down, and I was like, at that point I said, no, hold on, and because I was trying to understand what he was saying and kind of take it in and comprehend it, and she was like, there's no holding on. And that was the hardest kind of point for me. Like she said, you know, it's a wrap.
Yeah. I remember just having my head just hanging down there. I couldn't even pick it up. I didn't have the strength to lift my head in that moment. And I remember Kelvin was holding my hand so tight, and the doctor was on this side. I guess at that point, like, he didn't know what else to say or do, you know, but he didn't want to just leave his patient just, you know, in a bad state like that. But, you know, eventually he left out of me and Kelvin just sitting there like, you know, speechless. We're not saying nothing.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I just didn't know what to say. I didn't have any words, and, you know, my baby didn't either. But that was it. That was a hard thing, a hard pill to swallow. But I would say through it all, looking back at it, it was beautiful to see our child, and it was beautiful to hear his heartbeat. You know, God just blessed us to know that for that short period of time, you know, that we had a gift.
It was a gift. It was really a gift. No matter how short we had the gift, it was truly a gift, and it was truly a blessing. You know, having life inside of you is an experience like no other, you know. But what was hard for me, like, yeah, that was hard, that part of it, you know, getting that diagnosis, getting those results that, you know, you basically gonna have a miscarriage was hard. But what was even harder for me was going home knowing that my child that was no longer alive was still inside of me.
Yeah.
You know, I had to go home with this little embryo that didn't have a heartbeat, and I just had to wait for it to pass, or if it didn't pass, I knew I was gonna have to go and get a procedure done to help it come out. And just the idea of that was so hard, you know.
It was the whole situation was just, I wasn't wishing on anyone.
Yeah.
But I think that, you know, as time goes on, we get better. As time goes on, we get stronger, and we move on.
Yeah.
I think at this point, God has just given us a different outlook on life, and it's given us a different outlook on and a different responsibility. And he's, you know, telling us we need to move on. We need to move on, and we are definitely gonna try again.
Yeah.
Try again. Definitely, it was a gift, but we don't want to harp on the past. We want to keep on moving forward, because that's what's gotten us to this point.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
And I think that God's gonna bless us heavily.
Yeah.
Heavily is gonna bless us.
Yeah. So the next night after we got the news is when I actually miscarried. And you know, I was just up all through the night. It was a hard process, you know, and it happened though. And so I just was relieved after the process, not happy about it, but just knowing that it was over.
Yeah.
And that I could start again, you know.
Yeah,
I got all these good reports, all this good news that, you know, I can still get pregnant. There's nothing wrong with us, you know.
And that was the best thing about it, just knowing that there was nothing that we did. You know, sometimes these things just happen.
Yeah, that's what everybody kept saying, yeah.
And we're just happy. We're happy for that to be the case, that we can start over again and try again.
Today we lay to rest our little baby, boy or girl. You know, you are no longer with us physically, but you'll always be in our heart. And
always.
You know, we'll always remember this time, although it was short-lived. You know, it has forever changed us in a good way. And we won't bring any of the hurt into the future with us. We're going to leave all of those negative feelings, all of the pain we leave here on the table, and we're going to move forward because life is still precious, you know, and we want to be our best selves for our future children, for each other.
Right.
And we don't want anything to bring us down. You know? We're going to take some time to heal from this. We're going to go away on a little trip or something. You know? And, we just gonna be stronger from this situation, you know. And
that's what it all boils down to. This being strong, being stronger than we were.
Yeah.
And I think we are. I think we know that we'll go to the ends of the earth for each other. And I think that this was just a learning process.
Yeah.
And it was it taught us a lot of lessons. And going forward, moving forward, I think that we're going to be better people in the process.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. So we thank you all so much for all the love and support. I mean, every video I was seeing, people ask about the pregnancy. How's the baby? How's the baby?
Just thank you all for praying for us. We really appreciate it. And we're just going to start fresh, start new.
Yep. As you're going to still see us as that little bubbly, energetic people.
Oh,
because that's who we are, you know. And we have learned in life how to survive and how to be better from all of our losses. We are not going to be stuck in a rut.
No.
We just wanted to share our experience of pregnancy, share with you the journey of our miscarriage, and give you our hopeful plans for the future.
Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit those post notifications so you won't miss any of the great videos to come. Thank you all for your prayers again. We love you.
Yes, we do.
And baby, got anything else to say?
Until next time, see you later. Peace.